came down to show you, and then you got the menu out, and then you went to the kids.
No, Sam, it didn't happen
You
that
want
way.
Chinese, don't you? So I thought, why did I bother going down?
No, it wasn't like that, Sam.
Welcome to the first in the new series of Wife Swap The Aftermath, the show that never shies away from asking difficult questions like, can I put this on expenses? We're kicking off this series with our celebrity edition. Yes, it's your chance to see former Page 3 girl turned chart buster Sam Fox pit her wits against hamster-loving, old-school funny man Freddie Starr. Just imagine what they could learn from each other.
Mrs. Freddie Starr, aka Donna, left home to live with Sam Fox's long-term partner Myra, while Sam took up residence with Freddie. During the swap, Sam threw her heart and soul into a new life of serving traditional husband Freddie. With 2 kids and a small baby thrown in for good measure, she certainly had her hands full. But it wasn't always appreciated.
Don't tell me what to do.
I'm going to go and put my feet up.
Yeah, go on, you do that.
Yeah, I will.
I'm putting your mouth up as well.
Donna, on the other hand, left behind the madhouse for an oasis of calm, Sam Fox style. With Sam's partner Myra promoting the benefits of me time and lots of it, Donna was spoilt rotten, with a personal trainer who put her through her paces and her first date in 8 years.
Here it is, yeah.
So, man's world meets girl's world. But the huge overriding question is, will Freddie ever work out how to switch the Hoover on? Right now, let's see how Sam and Donna were feeling on their way to the studio.
Feeling really apprehensive this morning before we go and see the programme. I'm a mixture of emotions at the moment about the programme, because obviously Freddie had a rough ride with it on his end. You know, I'm looking forward to see what Freddie got up to, and hopefully Freddie will be enjoying what I've got up to.
I'm not looking forward to seeing Freddie in the slightest, no. I'm quite nervous about seeing him again, to be honest, because I know when he sees the film he's going to be quite embarrassed, I'm sure. I mean, if I behaved in that way, I wouldn't want to see it. I think I'd want to emigrate. Do you know what I mean?
So, a new series and a new sidekick. Playing Robin to my Batman is psychotherapist Dr. Az Hakim. Az, what can we expect from today's show?
Well, I think we need to find out what made the swap so excruciatingly painful in the Starr household, and whether Myra and Sam's experience with the children changed their future plans.
OK, well, good luck in finding that out. The couples will be reunited a little bit later on. But first, let's get them in to watch the show.
Sam is in the red room with partner Myra. And Donna is in the blue room with husband Freddie. All that remains now is to press that play button.
Being Freddie's wife, I do see myself as being quite a traditional wife, an old-fashioned wife.
Yeah.
I think so.
I don't think you are.
Stuff, you know,
We do work
the
as a
feeding,
team,
the
actually.
changing, the cleaning, the
You know,
getting up at
the
night.
way life is you've got to be the breadwinner and you've got to put the food on the table, you know? And that's my duty. But there's none of that shown.
Oh, don't. I know him. It's Freddie Starr. Don't make me laugh, he's mad.
I was like, oh, my God.
Yes.
Because I knew I wasn't going to be in for an easy ride. And at that split second, I thought, do I go or do I stay? And I thought, nah, this guy's not going to beat me.
No, you were great.
Do you know much about Sam Fox?
No.
She used to be a Page 3 girl showing her boobs off on Page 3. And that takes a lot of talent to do that.
What about 30 million records, Freddie?
Obviously with the kids and everything. And
As you know, my pet 8 is Page 3 people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Myra and Sam set aside...
Donna loved her first taste of Sam's lifestyle.
I think to live some of the part that Sam and Myra, you know, live in their lifestyle.
Yeah, but you've got to remember something. They haven't got any children
No,
to
it
worry
is a big
about.
difference.
You know, and when you've got children, it's a vastly different ball game altogether than being just 2 single people.
She says herself in the programme, doesn't she, that she hasn't been out since their wedding, and she really enjoyed herself, you know.
Yeah, I bet.
I think he should try and get some more time for her. Take her out. She cooks your dinner 7 days a week. take her out for dinner once a month.
Yeah.
And after dinner time comes bath time.
It's not as easy as it looks, is it? It's nerve-wracking, isn't it? They're so little, you don't want to hurt them. Sweet dreams. All right, bye.
Oh, bless her.
She looked quite good with the baby.
Yeah.
I think it suited her, and I'm sure she'd love a baby. I'm sure she would.
Brilliant.
Sam's not the only one out of her comfort zone.
Hi.
Oh, Chris, you ready for it?
I am, yeah.
Let's do it.
I'm sorry.
It's been a long time since I've done the exercise with you.
Go on, girl.
I thought I was going to die. But it was a good fun, though.
Yeah.
It really was good fun.
You seem to enjoy yourself more than I did.
She done really well. For somebody who doesn't work out regular,
Yeah.
she done good. And good luck to her for going for it.
No, she was great. She really did go
No,
for
well
it.
done.
Freddie's getting increasingly unhappy.
Ah, look at that. That's bad news, that is. They've made it look like I sit there and just order tea all day.
Yeah, yeah. So we know that that's not true.
I have 2 cups of tea in the morning, that's it.
Maybe a bit of humour Freddie Starr style will help.
I saw a dwarf porn. Dwarf porn.
What?
Dwarf porn.
You're going to put me off my dinner now,
No, it was just this little girl, not a girl, she's a woman, and she was about that big, and she had little stumpy legs and that.
There were a few things, and because the children were present, I just let it go over my head. I thought the worst thing I could do is elaborate on it.
Yeah.
Because there's children in here, in the room.
Yeah.
I was trying to have fun with Sam a little bit. What you see is what you get.
Yeah,
You know, if you can't have a laugh and joke with somebody,
yeah.
My mum and dad never talked in front of me like that.
No, nor did mine.
And it's not the way I've been brought up, but each their own, and each family is different.
Yeah.
Rule change brings back some bad memories.
All I'm saying is, in the morning, can you feed her? Can you bath her? Will you change her?
No, wait a minute, look.
You're going to feed her. Bath.
it didn't show it on there, but Sam was very aggressive towards me. You know, when she was doing the wife swap, she was going, right, you will do that, you do that, you do that, you do it. And I said, wait, whoa, just a minute.
I know, that's what I'm doing.
But he was trying to tell me the whole time that he does do a lot of things. That he does do the hoovering, he loves hoovering apparently, he loves ironing.
I'm sure.
Then things go from bad to worse.
The manual, wipe your arse on it, because it's not where the paper's written on. After this now, tell you this now is finished, because if she wants a new kitchen, let her get off her arse and go outside and get a job and pay for it together.
She has got a job looking after you.
To get the money to do it. I am absolutely angry at her. I really am. This is the finish with me and Donna, this. It is the finish.
Poor Donna.
Because she don't work hard at all, does she?
No, of course she
And he
don't.
doesn't earn his money. She does all his bookings, don't she? If she didn't do the bookings, he wouldn't get the jobs, would he?
Exactly.
It was like a knife going through my heart, you know. I thought, well, that's nice. You've stitched me up like a kipper here. You know, to make you look as though you're doing everything and I'm doing nothing but watch television and drink tea and order tea from where I'm sitting. And it isn't like that at all.
No, it isn't. It isn't. The manual was misconstrued of things that was said.
For Myra, things are more straightforward.
She runs me a bath, Sam. Do you know what I felt like? You know, like that man-woman role where someone runs you a bath?
Yeah.
I mean, it's just so archaic.
We run each other baths.
Of course.
It wasn't
we
like
do
you've never
everything.
been run a bath before, was it?
Please, please. But generally, we share them anyway, so
Oh, we do, yeah.
it's hilarious.
Over with the stars, it's still uncomfortable viewing.
Fred,
Yeah?
what's for dinner tonight?
No.
Dunno.
What do you fancy doing?
Well, what Donna does, she normally sends out for some Chinese food or something. She wants 5-star food. What do you think it is? Restaurant? What she wants to do, wave a magic wand and turn it to Gordon Ramsay? I'm sorry, I can't do it.
Very, very tough not to get in a full-blown row with him.
Because he wasn't going there.
Remember, the kids were there too.
I can't cook, I burn water.
Yeah.
I cannot cook. You know,
He reckons he's exhausted,
don't
but Wendy's been in.
judge me because I can't cook.
No, that's right, that's right.
You know,
Why don't you show me how to cook it? And
I tried last night, Freddie. Do you remember? But you didn't
after
come in.
all that upstairs and me, when I went upstairs and apologised to her, I said, I do apologise. What does she do? She goes in the fridge and has a cheese sandwich or something. What's the problem? You know, why didn't she help me?
He's winding you up. 1 minute he says he doesn't want to cook, next minute he says he does want to cook, next minute he says sorry to you, next minute come down and cook with me, next thing he gets his Chinese.
Oh, it was hard.
It's a playing with your mind, you know.
You need a lot of patience, I think, to live with a man like that.
oh yeah, you're all right.
Yeah, you.
With a huge sigh of relief, the swap comes to an end.
I'm sort of glad it's over and done with now, and
I'm sorry I didn't stick to the manual, you know, take me out and shoot me against the wall. You know, because it's so fucking important to me, that is.
You had a much harder time than I did. Donna was very easy to be around, as you know.
People watching that might think, how bad was it, Sam? But, oh, you had to be there. It was one of the hardest things I've ever done.
at the end of the day, it was a programme, it was an experiment that we've both went into. And if you get something from it, you do. If you don't, you don't.
What can you get out of that? What could I get out of that?
And felt the programme was entirely representative of their whole experience. But I wonder if that's the case, or could there be a little bit of denial in place here?
OK, well, the couples will be reunited for the first time since the swap in just a few minutes. Find out if Sam and Freddie will kiss and make up, and if Myra and Donna will continue their big, long loving. See you after the break. Welcome back to Wife Swap, the aftermath. Before the break, this week's celebrity wives, Sam Fox and Donna Starr, saw their Wife Swap programme for the very first time.
It was like a knife going through my heart, you know?
People watching that might think, how bad was it, Sam? But, oh, you had to be there.
Now, with the help of our expert, Dr. Az Hakim, let's see if we can unravel some celebrity truths. Welcome, Sam and Myra, and Donna and Freddie. Hello. Thank you all for coming. We've watched the swap back. We've learned that possibly in the future you might want a little fox in your household, and in the future you probably don't want a fox in your household. OK, let's kick off the show with the first topic, Az.
Well, Freddie and Donna, you pride yourselves on having quite a traditional household, while Sam and Myra, you operate as more as a cooperative, equal partnership within your house. Freddie, we saw you in the filming saying that any man who comes home and kicks off his work shoes and his overalls doesn't pick up a hoover and start hoovering around.
Some do.
Some do, but I wasn't sure whether you were referring to the breadwinner in general or whether he's been out winning bread that day or not.
No, you know, as far as, you know, what my life consists of, I go out at night and probably drive up to Glasgow and do one show and bring £30,000 back with me and give it to
But on the nights that you're not
my
doing
wife.
that...
But I'm always doing it.
Right.
When he's away, obviously he wants to come home and just sort of relax and chill, you know, which anybody would. And to be honest with you, you know, on the reverse, when Freddie's away working, I'm relaxing and chilling.
That's quite a contrast to how things operate in your house. Do you think the difference is it a generational thing?
Yes, it could be a generational thing because you did at one time have that traditional wife with the husband that would just... And as we've got older and we're now in the 21st century, you know, everybody shares a bit more. But I think maybe it's down to individuals. It's how you meet a partner. You work that out between you. You know?
And that sort of equal partnership thing, that was something that you tried to assert in your house, Freddie, wasn't it, Sam? That you tried to sort of make it...
It was quite difficult when I sat down to change the rules from the beginning. It was almost like I wrote the manual and I was, you know, saying what Donna does and it was all mine and it wasn't. And so anything I was actually... I don't think they could have shown it all anyway because it was quite heated and it was quite awful, as you could see at the end.
One of the things that you said quite at the beginning was that you didn't like being bossed around by women. Did you experience Sam in your house?
No, I wasn't saying that. I didn't like being bossed around by women.
You said you
I've
didn't
been
like bossy,
bossed around by women
bossy.
all my life.
Did you feel that you were being experienced as a bossy woman, do you think?
No, but he said on the film that I was aggressive and I don't remember at any point that I was being aggressive. If anything, I was quite caring, because when he didn't want to eat the food that I cooked, I was like, come on, Freddie, you haven't eaten, you know, you've got to eat, you can't live on cheese sandwiches. And I was just trying to be nice.
I just wanted to ask Donna, what you saw the film of when Sam went into your house and was sort of looking after the kids. What did you think of Sam's sort of parenting style or techniques, or how she was sort of looking after the kids?
I think Sam did a wonderful job. Looking at the film, I think
they
they
enjoyed her.
it. They enjoy it. They still speak about her, and
Really hoping it would be a little baby, because it's something I've been thinking about, and I was hoping that, you know. I still don't say that I'm the best mother in the world, and it was really, really hard.
you were saying we think you did a good job when we just
But I did my
watched
best.
it.
No, you did a good job, you
You
know.
really did.
I mean, I did get better with the nappies. The first morning, I was a bit like Freddie, I couldn't find the back or the front.
And well, I suppose the big thing is, it was something you were thinking about the whole idea of adopting children, or, you know, IVF or whatever it was. I mean, is that something that's moved on, or?
No, I think the thing we realised about it is, what I certainly realised about it is that I think that's the only sad thing about being gay, is if I was in a heterosexual relationship, I'm sure Sam and I would have had a couple by now. Because at the end of the day, you fall in love with someone and you go, and there's a part of you that wants to have their child. If you could both just make babies together, that's the ideal. To have to bring either a sperm donor in, or it's a stranger.
Nature's cruel joke.
It is. Because I'd like to carry her child and have
that's
a
why
little
I
expression of both of us.
You know,
You know.
I think Sam would make a lovely mother, you know.
It must be quite odd watching someone else with your baby.
It is quite weird, it really is, but I knew that Freddie was there, and, you know...
Paige was great.
And
Reese was
everybody's
great.
brilliant, you know, and Ebony's, on the whole, a pretty damn good
She
baby.
is. I was lucky.
No,
Anytime you want to, you know, sort of
She
lend
was
her to me
very
for a-
sweet, very sweet.
Tell him I'm a singer as well, though, because the way Freddie described me is that all of, you know, I haven't shown my boobs for 20 years, and I want him to know that I'm a singer now, and I've done 8 albums.
No, we have explained everything.
Do you know what I mean? I don't show me boobs now. It's been since 1986, you know
I've
what I
still
mean?
got the memory, Sam. Honestly.
Do you know what I mean? Like,
I've got the
they're young.
records and the memory.
That's good.
Because they're young, and you know, I just wish they'd have known that I was something more than a pair of boobs, if you know what I mean.
Were you aware that maybe that might not be the greatest way to describe Sam, or?
No, it's sarcastic as its worst.
Did you find Freddie's humour difficult at times when you were living there?
It was all right at first, because it reminded me of the old Freddie, you know, how I remembered him on telly and that, because he was really funny the first night.
But it was only through, Sam, it was only through them stitching me up with the manual, when Sam was saying, God, she's a superwoman, she does everything, and she does everything. And I know that a lady comes in 3 times a week and does the ironing.
But it wasn't in the manual, was it?
No. So that's why I was
know
hurt,
that was
because I
fault
thought that
of.
was her trying to stitch me up.
I guess maybe manual aside, it seemed maybe that Sam was feeling, or maybe did you feel that Freddie wasn't pulling his weight in the house?
Well, it was just difficult. It's like, OK, when he said he couldn't cook, I said, well, we can do something together.
No, I come upstairs and said
That's
to you,
right.
I apologised to you,
cook.
didn't
Can
I?
you help me? So I said, yeah, I'll help you.
And we saw you saying that...
And then
that
he wanted Chinese, so it was all very
No,
difficult.
it wasn't like that, Sam. I said, you know, if you show me, you know, what pants to
And I
put the
came
things
down
in.
to show you, and then you got the menu out, and then you
No,
went to the kids.
no, Sam, it didn't happen
You
that
want
way.
Chinese, don't you? So I thought, why did I bother going down?
No, it wasn't like that,
Oh,
Sam.
OK, so, right, Sam, that's Sam's interpretation of events. What's yours, Freddie, on the Chinese gate?
I went upstairs and said, Sam, I apologise, Sam, I'm sorry. If you want to come down and show me what pants to use, I'll cook something for you. I was waiting for Sam down there, and what happened was she came down and went to the fridge
No, I never.
and got chicken out. Yes,
You
she
better
did.
watch it again.
Here we go, go on. Freddie, you have your bit. Came to the fridge, got
No.
chicken out,
Yeah.
and...
No, I said, should
And
we
we
have
had
homemade...
Chinese.
Oh, we
no,
had
no, no.
Chinese.
I came down and I said, trying to think of something we'd all cook together.
Right.
And I said, we've got some mince in the fridge. Why don't we all make homemade beef burgers?
OK.
And then it still ended up Chinese.
Because you said that Freddie told you he could cook steak and then lobster. I mean, was that part of
No,
you
I
gagging?
was just prattling about.
He said, I can cook lobster, steak, anything you want. I went, OK then, all right, kids with that? Everyone went, yeah. And I wasn't sure what was a wind-up in the end and what was real, what was a wind-up. It was all very confusing.
Were you aware of that, Freddie? I mean, sometimes your behaviour, you are doing a lot of wind-ups. You're kind of pushing buttons on people. Are you aware that sometimes it could confuse people?
Yeah, more or less, because I keep a straight face when I'm doing it. So it does confuse people. But you know what I don't mean is any damage by it. I don't mean any harm by it. You know, it's just the way I am.
Apart from food and what people eat, presumably the point of your rule changes when you went into Freddie's house was to allow Freddie, I think, correct me if I'm wrong, allow Freddie to see how much work Donna does in the house?
Yeah.
So...
To see what she
But
really does.
I don't need Sam to tell me how, because I see how much she does. When she goes to the office, I go with her to the office. She's not in the office by herself. I go in there with her and we both of us plot a tour out. The both of us do it.
And I was thinking about that because you, in terms of the breadwinner and the breadwinner role, because I was thinking, actually, you're both the breadwinner, aren't you? Because
we are on a team.
Well, I mean, there is a point where Donna, you say, correct me if I'm wrong, but you say it would be nice for Freddie to see how much I do.
I think probably round the house sort of things, really.
So were you pleased that Sam kind of implemented these things? I mean, is that what you mean by kind of seeing what you do?
I don't see myself as being anything special other than what everybody else does in the UK who's got kids and a family and
Were you
works.
surprised, though, at how surprised Myra and Sam were at, you know, what you managed to do each day?
No, again, because you're taking somebody out of their comfort zone, putting them into yours and saying, right, do that, and you can't. But if you gave Sam, you know, gosh, a couple of weeks, she'd be doing it like that, no problem.
OK, Freddie, you never really seemed to play ball after the rule change, did you? I mean, I was wondering what rule changes would have been acceptable to you?
Exactly what was given to me, apart from the cooking. They never showed me hoovering, which I hoovered. They never showed none of that.
I saw you getting advice on the hoovering.
No, I was, I was having a joke with Reece.
in the last time.
I was saying to him, how'd you put that on? Because he's never done it before.
You were in an educational role there.
Kind of.
Do you have a final thought on this whole ludicrous matter?
I think it's fair to say that some of you enjoyed it more than others, the swap, but
Yes.
I'm hoping that you all gained something, at least, from seeing a different perspective on the roles that you usually occupy
As
within
you're wonderful.
either household. Thank you, Freddie. See you.
There's one final question before we end. Freddie, would you do wife swap again?
Nah,
If you could pick your celebrity, would you do it?
nah.
Sam,
Yes,
would you do wife swap again?
I would.
Donna, would you do wife swap again?
If I got Myra, definitely.
Oh, bless.
Myra, would
Yeah.
you do wife swap again? You can't...
Well, if I got Donna again, of course I would. Or if I could pick my own celebrity.
All right, who would you pick?
Nigella Lawson, because I'd love to cook with her.
I would do too.
I bet you would. And
I
I'm just
would
going
love
to
to
stir the
cook with her.
gravy.
Yeah?
Excuse me.
There you go. Thank you all very much
Thank
for taking
you.
part. It's been an absolute pleasure.
Like the shirt, by the way.
Thank you. Join us again next week on Wife
lovely
Swap
shirt,
The
yeah.
Aftermath. Once again, we'll be trying to snatch harmony from the jaws of conflict. Good night.
Chinese.